Mm-hmm. Welcome back to the West Coast Davengers. I'm your host, Dave. Today, I've got my first big collection of 2025. A quick little backstory before we get started. MJ was somebody that I got in contact with on the Kayfabe Comics Swap group on Facebook. He's a respected member of that community and somebody that has sold tons of books through there. And he is looking to consolidate his storage lockers and basically move on from his main comic collection. I replied to him very quickly. We set it up and I went there to buy pretty much everything, and you're going to see the first you're going to see that. Before we get started, don't forget to hit subscribe if you are new here. Hit the like button, drop a comment down below. I have a podcast called Direct Edition. You'll see the links for that in the description below. And without further ado, let's take a look at this huge giant collection that I purchased.
Can I hand these to you?
Sure.
I'm gonna grab a cart so we can.
Oh yeah.
I'm keeping my Mobius stuff.
Fair enough.
All right, now I'm keeping Mobius.
You have his dead body in the locker. We're about to.
Tomo.
Yeah. Oh, you're keeping your Tomo. Oh, I'm out of here. Amazing Fantasy 15, but just
Right.
like First Phantom. Oh, Weed Whacker. I mean, you're asking the guy who wants to buy everything if you should keep the books from the greatest comic person to ever walk the face of the planet.
You know, Lamore Supreme too. I kind of met him at the same time I met Dave. And...
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about Zen Intergalactic Ninja.
No, you can have this one. There's a full set.
Get through and see what I'm looking at here. A lot of this stuff is quarter books. Never finished. Image United. I'm so excited for that series to happen. Sorry, no Turok #1. Can't buy them. Greatest thing, chromium cover, Bert Kmart. Whoa, hapuk hapuk.
I got a box like full of Green Lantern trade paperbacks, including the stuff in the, you know, we were running in the 90s. It was like hitchhiking and stuff.
Yeah, and if you're keeping that, that's okay. Nobody's banging down anybody's door to find Green Lantern trades. I did. Are these shoe boxes full of shoes or comics? Those are shoes. It's not stuff. I'm always looking for that stuff. Yeah, there he is. I don't have this one, Kick Drum Comics. I love Jim Muffin.
Yeah.
Friend of the channel. Wink. No. Ooh, I love Yoshitaka Amano.
Yeah, I might keep you.
Stack of boxes, is that... books.
In the back,
Those I know, but I'm talking about those because
there might be.
wow, you said 20 boxes. There's like there's closer to 4. There's 40 actually.
When I was trying to sort everything. Most of this is just actually books and
Okay.
stuff, and I just kept Corey's.
That's a great book.
I think I have multiple of these.
Oh, so you're keeping the 8-ball run?
You know, I was thinking I just pulled Corey's stuff. You know, we can throw the 8-ball run in.
Because I'm just like, oh, I've never seen this before. Yeah, this does look cool.
Yeah, because I'm into like brushy guys.
I was just gonna say, if you're a Mignola fan, then this
like
is just
Mignola,
yeah, and like, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you show me the other locker and you're like, you know, we put together like a huge pile of that, and you're like, you should be able to get that in there. Oh, when I moved to the Northwest from New York, and the museum up there in not Cal Anderson. What the hell's what's the name of the park? No, the one up a little bit on 15th with the tower with the reservoir and all that. Why can't I remember the name of the park? Well, there's a museum up at the park on 15th. No. Up. What's the name of that park? And, you know, it's like, it's just a neighborhood, you know, but it's just such a lovely, holy Jesus Christ. Okay, so you clearly have a lot more than just 20 boxes of comics.
Well, originally I thought that's all that might like sell, you know?
Yeah.
But then when you hit me up, I was like, hey, I got all this stuff.
Yeah.
Shit. Still.
Now, I can't endorse you keeping this.
Well, you take it. Or you take this autographed copy
of Holy Terror. Do you know what I did with my copy after I read this when I bought it? I walked over to the fucking garbage can and I threw it out. Bill McGovern, we know you love this.
This one's for you, Bill.
Visit Strange Flavor Burger Shack in Brooklyn, please. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's cool. I've had multiple copies of this, but I have one that's you do too. I think this is the one signed by everybody. It's signed by Dave, Alex Skinner, and Quake. Shout out Dave Korea, Alex Barty, Zero Friends, homies. Moffat book for sale?
Yeah.
Cool. You're keeping that, or you?
No,
okay.
I could throw it up.
Cool. Is this for up? Oh wow! Gotta love these treasuries. This man's got good taste.
Thank you.
It's Stoko.
Stoko.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist too. They only just want the 2001.
Cool.
That way.
Yeah. Good choice.
Yeah. The King. You want to know what the worst comic book of 2022 was? It was this. And I'm a huge Todd McFarlane fan, and that was a dog shit comic. I'm reading that book, and I'm like, what? I literally put the book down, and I'm like, what the fuck am I reading?
Representation is possible.
Peach.
Yeah.
She's great. The OG Octobriana book. This thing's so cool. And stuff. Great book.
Yeah.
Person.
We know how you feel about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've tried so many times. Damn, dude. We got a lot of stuff. All right, so why don't we call it then, with this pile of books, all the boxes. Welcome back to the West Coast Davengers. I'm your host, Dave, and you are watching this. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. So, you saw that I bought a huge collection. I have to go back on Sunday to pick up the rest of it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at some of the things that I got in these boxes. I haven't really seen everything. I mean, I did peruse a lot of the boxes. So why don't we dive into some of these boxes? Oh, here we go. We love them ass and titties. Cheval Noir #1 ass and titties. See Todd, love Todd, Haunt 1, not 2 copies. Oh, come here. Look at this, Jimmy. We got the gold edition, and then we got them Ryan Otley, Robert Kirkman signed edition. And some other printing, the preview edition, the variant cover, another, look, MJ wasn't a spec guy, but he just bought comics obsessively. And that's what happens when you obsess, but not abscess. You know what they call me? Nova. Casanova, baby. This is something that, Joe, you brought to my attention. This is Judgment, Ultimate Judge. This is a Wii game, but this is the game guide for it, and it was only released in Japan. Copy of Ghost in the Shell, trade paperback. Masamune Shiro, classic. Shonen Jump, 5th Anniversary Collector's Edition hardcover. These are big because I think these are very much out of print. The IDW Metal Gear Solid trade paperbacks. The single issues are hard to find. I bet these are extremely hard to find. Here we got some Mike Mignola, The Tale of the Amazing Screw-On Head. Some Mobius Dark Horse Presents. And then look at that, another copy of Cheval Noir #1. You know, sometimes you just got to know a little bit more about comics to know when a collection's really good and it's not full of your standard keys. And this is the kind of comic collection this is. We got some Caliber Mobius. Jean-Gérard Mobius. Apologize to all my French fans out there. We got some more Cheval Noir, some Mobius Airtight Garage, and then it looks like we have a full run of Jack Kirby's Devil Dinosaur, at least a big run. 1, 2, don't forget the many faces of Jack Kirby. You can order your copy now at westcoastavengers.com. It's a zine that I published with my buddy Andrew P., and it is a loving tribute to Jack Kirby and the faces that he drew. All right, so that's the first 9 issues of Devil Dinosaur. And then something of a personal aside is a zine that I love and have been reading for the last 10 years is called Comic Bus, and he was a fan of Comic Bus too. It's great if you like music and art and just a punk, kind of being a punk. So that is one of the collections of Comic Bus. I don't think anything in this box is going to be really worth showing off, but yeah. Oh, but here we go. First print of The Killing Joke. Comics favorite wizard, Alan Moore. Shout out to Alan Moore, wherever you are. Doesn't look like a full run, but it's at least the first bunch of issues of V for Vendetta. One of my favorite things about V for Vendetta is when, I can't even say it because it's not right for TV. But remember the 5th of November, the Rick Remender, the Rick Remender Uncanny X-Force run. We did get a Scott Snyder New 52 Batman run, issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if 6 is in here, that's great. First appearance of Talon, Court of Owls. Let's see, we got some Tank Girl by Ashley Wood. Speaking of our friend Tom Scioli, here's his GoBots trade paperback, which I'm delighted to read. That will go next to my bed, ladies. You'll be able to read GoBots with me. A San Diego Comic-Con exclusive sketchbook by Eric Powell. And if you've never read The Goon, it's hilarious, it's great, it's full of monsters, it's kind of what you want from the kind of book that it is. Because that made a lot of sense. Oh, hello, Daddy. Superman, All-Star Superman #1, signed by Frank Quietly. We love Frank Quietly. Alex Ross, you know him? Oh, Marvels. ALEX. Ooh, here's a great run that, no joke, every Halloween comes around and I put this set out for sale and it sells. That would be Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb's The Long Halloween. Arguably one of the greatest Batman stories of all time. Plus the special. And then it goes into Dark Victory, which is great because that's the sequel. And I never have a full set of, oh, this is the Tim Sale, Jeff Loeb box. We get Daredevil Yellow, Hulk Gray. Man, great. This is like top tier comics. Ooh, a Tim Sale Rest in Peace signed solo book. So it looks like I've hit the Mike Mignola box, which he is a big Mike Mignola fan. Got that Alien Salvation. Another book that's so far under the radar is what I feel like. Dave Gibbons, Mike Mignola, and Kevin Nolan. So there's some more, there's a ton of BPRD, like 100 issues. And then I got to the Dracula spot and I saw that this was in here and I thought it was just, oh, it's cool. It's just a set. But upon further inspection, we have issue 1, signed by Mike Mignola. Issue 2, signed by Mike Mignola. Issue 3, signed, and issue 4, an entire Dracula set, signed by the master of horror himself, Mike Mignola. Now, before you said, why are you wearing gloves? Shut up. All right, so we keep going, and we get to the Hellboy section, and first book is Seed of Destruction. So it looks like it's going to be all Hellboy from here in this section. I can imagine I'll find some more Mike Mignola signed books, but if not, I'm hoping that there at least is a Hellboy in Mexico here because I love that series. Richard Corbin, baby. And then it goes into something called Lo-Fi. Looks like a comics magazine with a Mignola cover. And then we go to Lobster Johnson. And then it just jumps to Marvel Age. Like, I think he was just buying everything that Mignola touched. Oh, that's cool. Some of the Jeff Darrow, and it looks like this is all Shaolin Cowboy here. And that's the first Shaolin Cowboy, which has some pretty hard to find variant covers. I know Mobius did one. Kevin Nolan did one. There's the Mobius one. There's the I think that's the Kevin Nolan one. 2 copies of that. That's a cool variant, a ripped cover. Or maybe that's a cover A. I have never seen this before. This is a Haunt. I don't know if this is an ashcan or a bootleg or what this is. Maybe this is when the new team took over, but I have never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Get some Jack Kirby in here. Looks like a run of OMAC, the One-Man Army Corps. But folks, remember, Jack Kirby never signed books on the cover. So when you're looking at your Jack Kirby books, you always got to make sure that first page isn't signed, because then you're sitting on a Jack Kirby signature, which I am not. This is a great set right here. There's some great stuff here. We got some Mobius Arzak and Mobius Exotics trades, like the Squarebound, Seguri, Rock City. I've never seen these before. I know that, it's Mobius, so, it's got to be pretty sought after if they're hard to find. Cool. And then the Mobius Silver Surfer. Oh, okay. He did say there was a long box of Spider-Man, so here we are looking at the long box of Spider-Man. I like this ASM 600 cover. Well, that's cool. I've never seen this one. That looks like Delato. But we got some C Todd. Of course, we love Todd. And it looks like the entire run of adjectiveless Spider-Man. I doubt any of these are signed. I feel like he would have remembered having signed copies of Todd books. But we gotta look anyway. Oh my God. Oh, that's cool. All right. First really good Spider-Man book. We got Spider-Man Noir #1. This is the variant, first appearance. Low print run. Oh, see, obsessive collector. First print and then variant. I mean, look, I love the fact that Nick Cage is playing him in fucking live action. I'm not gonna lie. Why would I lie? It's Nick Cage. He's a national treasure. Gotta love this book, Scarlet Spider, the Planet Symbiotes flip cover, homage to the Todd Father. An homage to the Todd Father. So he's got a bunch of Spider-Man 2099. I love this Venom cover. When Venom 2099 shows up, they do a lot of cool stuff with it. I feel like Howard Chaykin. Yep, Howard Chaykin does a cover. Richard Corbin solo. See, obsessive collector. That's the third copy of the Tim Sale solo book. Oh, I love Strange Tales. It's when Marvel said, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna have Stan Sakai do. We're gonna have Peter Bagg do it. Sinner takes all. What does he take? Oh. Oh, we got that first Cassie Nova, which was Habu Habuk like months ago. Habu Habuk. Ah, yes. Hologram bullshit. Booyah! Amazing Spider-Man 300, the first full Venom. Newsstand. I mean, this is a copy that comes from a collector, so it's not somebody that was specking. But let's take a look. I mean, decent. I would say a decent copy. It's got them weird ass tan pages that all copies had. See Todd, buy Todd, sell Todd. Yiga, yala, yana, yana. So this is cool. It looks like we're getting a run of Hush. This is really cool. This is a newsstand. Oh, fuck yeah. This is long sold out. This is our good friend of the channel, Jimmy Ruggs, Super Mag. His wrestling magazine, which I have a copy of, and it's awesome. So this looks like a box of 80s, 90s stuff, which you can shut the camera off for. You can just fucking shut the camera. I mean, like, well, I pulled some fun stuff out of this box. Some cool stuff, actually. We've got a copy of Memories by Katsuhiro Otomo, aka Mr. Akira. That was the only time it was adapted, I think, in comic book format in this country. A Mike Mignola sketchbook called From the Vault 4, which I don't know if it's signed on the interior, but it would be cool if it was. Be a lot cooler if it was. Kayfabe Ambassador, Tom Scioli's Myth of 8 opus, very early Tom Scioli published works. And then Mr. Kayfabe himself and friend of the channel, Jim Rugg, 6 copies of Octobriana, 1976, his self-published blacklight comic, which is awesome and out of print. So, and I have a copy of each, so you will be able to own copies from me because of this collection. Now back to you. Oh, hello there. I was just catching up on my Japanese grammar, which I found in this box. This box is pretty cool, loaded with some great art books, great magazines. We're going to start off, take a look at this. A bunch of Yoshitaka Amano art books. The Final Fantasy one, Tale of Genji, and then Fairies by Yoshitaka Amano. And if you don't know Yoshitaka Amano, you're familiar with his art because he was a big designer on the Final Fantasy stuff. Somebody that and Vampire Hunter D as well. Also in this box, I found a nice little care package of Robin Snyder and Steve Ditko books, including Mr. A and Out of This World. These were mailed probably from Bellingham, Washington, where my cameraman is from. I'm doxing. His address is Jimma Food with, Kick Drum Comics. Yes, this is from 2008. I mean, Jim's been in the game for a long time. And then finally, I've never seen this before, from Fantagraphics comes the X-Men Companion, kind of fanzine makeup of all the different X-Men stuff that happened to keep you company as a companion. I will sleep with this tonight. Spider-Man 12, Habu Habu! This looks like, a lot of Spider-Man 2099, Ranma, half, I don't know, whatever it's called. But this box, it's not really seen much. Oh, here we go. We got some more crazy Steve Ditko stuff. And when I say it's crazy, like I don't mean that he was crazy. I mean, these books are crazy, like just wild. Lots of art, lots of panels, lots of weird shapes and stuff going on in here. But these are hard to find. The further we get away from the 90s and the 80s when these were published, the harder they are to find. What else did I see in here? Oh yeah, I just saw this. Looks like an entire run of Daniel Klaus's 8-Ball. Great, great stuff. If you've never read it, this is the comic size stuff, and then it goes into, towards the end of the run, the magazine size stuff, and just an amazing body of work from the master, Daniel Klaus. And then we've got some One Piece manga, the One Piece treasure from straight from Japan. Oh, hell yeah. The Lord of the Light issue of Heavy Metal Magazine with the original Kirby stuff that they used for the fake comic that would end up being used as the propaganda in the movie Argo, was with the hostages and Ben Affleck, and then he became Batman, and Jack Kirby's like, son of a bitch. So as you saw in the storage locker, his other storage locker had all the hardcovers and stuff. So I just grabbed some stuff. I'm going to grab some more stuff on Sunday. I didn't know they did an oversized hardcover of The Dracula by Mike Mignola. Once again, I will never pass up having a copy of any of Jim's books, Jim Mafood, but this is a long out of print visual funk. And as of 2025, Jim is now working on a second art book. So this one will be for sale because I have another one for my own collection. So that's, can't pass up Darrow and Miller, Big Guy, Rusty the Robot, Jack Kirby, Treasury of 2001, one of the most beautiful books ever made. David Cho, his book, I think it's just called David Cho, not to be confused with David Chode. No, okay. Ashley Wood's World War Robot. If you've never seen Ashley Wood's art, it's just painted. It's beautiful stuff. Never saw this existed before. This is a hardcover, or this is a collection of hardcovers of Dark Knight. I didn't know that they existed in single issue format hardcovers. And then there's this. Can't pass up this. Don't own it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Artisan Edition. I think it's the first couple issues of Turtles in its original art form. Unfortunately, it's not, I do not think this is the size of, I think they're still bigger, but still cool to see that duotone goodness. You got the full Toxin set here, which I know a lot of people dig this. Peter Milligan wrote it. I'm Peter Milligan. Why do I sound like Alan Moore? Because we're the same person. Oh, there's a nice little ASM 300 homage, the Phantom variant of Spider-Gwen #1. I remember when that was a habu habu. Oh, here we go. That's right. We saw this while we were looking through the boxes. We're going to find out what it is right now. I don't think it could be a newsstand, but I want to see what condition this thing is in. Look at the precision of that cut. Yeah, as usual, these books just get tanked up if they're not taken care of. I mean, it's a VF at best. But that's the first Miles Morales solo book. That's the first full Miles Morales in costume. I think that book is vastly undervalued. It is definitely a better book than Ultimate Fallout. Having read both, I know these things. MJ, who I bought this collection from, loves Spider-Man 2099 so much he has multiple copies of it. Almost every issue, it looks like. Sankwitz. Airbius, Mobius, airtight garage. Rich again. I got the money and the books and the women, they're all here. Why don't you come over here and call me daddy? What? Why are you so quiet? I don't like being filmed by somebody that won't talk to me.
I'm gonna ruin it if I talk.
I need some companionship. Sankwitz. Shadowline Saga.
Well, that's cool.
James Stokey, Godzilla Half Century War. I don't think this was his first Godzilla book. I think Godzilla in Hell was, but he is an amazing artist. An Adam Kubert signed book with a Joe Kubert cover. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. Spider-Man's World's Finest. Carl Kessel, Dave Taylor, Superman, Batman. They're about to make out. Oh, what's in here? It's from Barcelona. It's a mini book called Amnesia Drawings by Ghosthead and Ken Savage. Cool. Back to Barcelona you go. Taboo, a couple issues of these trade paperbacks of Taboo. Anthology stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Hot book, hot book. Oh, there we go. American Barbarian by Tom Scioli. I have the hardcover. This is also a great read. I read it thanks to my buddy Josh, who lent it to me. And now I own a copy, or 2 copies now. I'm fucking rich, motherfucker. Oh, here we go. There's Todd. There's Todd. I didn't know this existed, but this is a, like a new Turok with a Bart Sears cover. Cool. Extremity Ashcan, didn't know this existed. We love Daniel Warren Johnson, the savior of comics. Black Hammer #1, good book. People love it. Jeff Lemire. Silent Hill, I'm assuming these are going to be something sought after because Silent Hill comics are traditionally sought after and low print run. Another Ditko package. Yes, I'll show you a Ditko package. Some Batman, including another copy of New 52 #1 by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, and then some Year 2 by the Todd Father. Hello, Todd. Oh, no. Nope. No. Got a Jeff Darrow sketchbook in here, which I actually have a copy of that already, which is pretty cool. But what is this? Oh, Frank Quietly signature postcard series. Pretty cool. Are they signed? No. No, they're not actually signed. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. Bullshit. There is something very cool in this box, though. We're going to look at that in just a moment. This is one of the boxes that I looked through. Some late 200s Spawn, which is not what I'm referring to, but that is pretty cool. Something called Meat House, but that's not what I'm talking about either. What I'm talking about is this big-ass book that he had made. And this is an actual bound Grant Morrison New X-Men run. Now, I do not care for Grant Morrison, but I've never owned in a collection a bound copy of anything. And this is all the issues. And these are very unique. A lot of people want stuff like this because they don't want the omnibus. They want the actual books. And they want to feel like they have an omnibus. It's just a shame that it's Grant Morrison, man. It's got some Sean Gordon Murphy Shine stuff. And he's got runs of all the things that people love. Ooh, some Dave Stevens goodness, Betty Page comics. Woo! If you find for cheaper, fuck it. Dusk Till Dawn, one of my favorite movies of all time. Just gonna have to put cat sounds over that one. Todd. Even though it's like, not Todd until the end. Hey, there we go. Some Becky Cloonan goodness by Chance of Providence. But look at this. You got Becky Cloonan here, and then you go over here, and what's your pleasure? Hardcover or softcover? And our last box. It's all Amazing Fantasy 15s. Nighthawk. Oh God, it's Continuity Comics. Make it stop. Amazing Heroes. Got some great Amazing Heroes. Are all fucked up, but great. That one. Look at that. Sankiewicz and Miller. Bub. And then Sankiewicz. And then Sankiewicz. He's got good taste. This is what I could say about MJ, if anything, not just a nice guy, but really, really good taste. And that's it. Comic collections. Yay. I would have hunted the guy down and killed him. But how many copies of Jim Lee X-Men 1 do you have? That one you leave on.